We have never been more connected. We can reach anyone, anywhere, at any moment. A world of infinite information is always in our pockets, just a swipe away. And yet, so many of us feel increasingly anxious, distracted, and alone. It's a paradox of the modern age. Sometimes I wonder, are we connecting with the world while slowly disconnecting from ourselves? Social media rarely shows ordinary moments. It shows highlights, achievements, celebrations, perfect mornings, perfect lives. We see the edited story, the filtered reality, and we forget that life is often messy and unpolished. Without realizing it, we begin comparing our ordinary days to everyone else's highlight reel, and comparison quietly steals our contentment. This invisible noise occupies every gap in our day. It follows us into our beds, our meals, and our quietest moments. But there is another way. When I first learned meditation and yoga, I discovered something that changed everything. The ancient traditions don't ask us to leave the world, but to change how we relate to it. The mind is always moving. It wants more attention, more success, more approval. It is a constant cycle of chasing and resisting. And it pushes away discomfort, criticism, loneliness, uncertainty. We are always trying to fix the outside to find peace inside. Thousands of years ago, the Yoga Sutras describe this perfectly. Chittavritti Nirodha, the quieting of the fluctuations of the mind. It's not about stopping thoughts or controlling the world. It's about learning not to be carried away by every impulse that appears. Social media has become a machine that constantly stirs those mental waves. A promotion creates comparison. A photo creates longing. A negative comment creates self-doubt. The mind immediately reacts, reaching out to fix, to defend, or to consume. Think of your mind like a snow globe. When we are constantly connected, we are always shaking the globe. The clarity is lost in the flurry. My practice simply asked me to notice the flurry without trying to stop it, to observe the movement without becoming the movement. And in that observation, something remarkable happens. The waves slowly settle, just like a snow globe after you stop shaking it. I remember receiving an email late one evening. It was critical, unfair. My first instinct was to reply immediately, to defend my ego. In my corporate life, I probably would have, but that day I simply paused. One breath. I watched the irritation rise and then slowly pass. The next morning, I responded with clarity instead of emotion. Nothing outside had changed. Only the movement inside my own mind had settled. Perhaps this is what the ancient yogis were teaching us. Freedom is not found by escaping the noise. It is found by not allowing the noise to control us. Perhaps that tiny pause is where freedom lives. Today, when I spend less time consuming life, I experience more of it. I hear the birds. I notice the wind. I enjoy conversations without checking my phone. Silence, I discovered, was never empty. It was full of myself. It was simply the first place I could finally hear myself. I still use technology, I still connect, I still share, but the relationship has changed. I no longer allow constant noise to occupy every quiet moment, because perhaps the greatest luxury in modern life is not having more information. It is having enough awareness to know when to step away. The world will always be noisy, but we can choose not to carry that noise within us.